Kawasaki. Oh, my friends, Kadjuri Poputu, welcome. Uke sude. Balkan Breakfast Season 3, Episode 3 or 4. Who gives a shit? My friends, you see today. Look. Le. I'm dressed like Adem Hasanovic, your local banker from Selo Kakanj, Bosnia and Herzegovina. My friends, welcome. How are you today? Good. You see weather outside, it's snowing, so sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. But who gives a shit? We're full with energy. Spirit is uplifted. Positivity. Bombona. Le. Super. Today, my friend, we're gonna talk about very unpopular topic, but popular for somebody, but for me it's shit, but doesn't matter. I'm gonna cover it so we understand it. We're gonna dive deep together. My friend, today's topic is fiat currency. What is fiat currencies? Fiat is not like Fiat LN3 multi-jet Punto. Fiat currencies is basically the paper money and the coins that you have that we all work so hard for, and we save them so much because we value them. My friends, listen. Just a short history. Fiat currencies originated in the 10th century in China. Songyuan dynasty. The Song dynasty. Afterwards, my friends, Kublai Khan Yuan dynasty widespread the money. After that, 18th century, 19th century came to Europe, and 1971, gold standard separated from the money in US and A. We're going to talk about it. Super, my friends, listen. So, the fiat currencies, basically, what even is fiat money? Fiat. Pari. Cash. Is basically a paper which is printed in some basement that all the politicians and your government and the central banks are telling you, hey, don't worry, it's worth. If it says 100, it's worth 100. Vash, okay. Super. You see, my friend, but fiat currencies existed for a very long time, my friend. We adopted this standard and we're using this standard as a medium for exchange. So it's not like back in the days you exchange a sheep for your wife. Now you exchange money for the sheep. Understand? Super. My friends, why did the countries, let's say for example, we're going to stick in the European Union and Europe as a whole because we're from here, doesn't matter. Why do they choose the fiat currencies, let's say? My friends, you see, it's first of all very easily printable. If they need it, they're gonna go to the basement. My friend, 10 million. 1 second, opa, you got this. In today's modern world, you got numbers in the bank and you think you have a lot of money, but in fact you have nothing. I'm gonna explain to you. Wait. So, my friends, when they print, we know what happened with the great brothers and sisters from US and A in 2020. When the thingy was flying and they were printing so much money, and all of a sudden everybody thought, free money. My friends, there is no free money. All of a sudden, inflation. Your ex costed more than my suit. You understand? Super. Say it on. So the problem is this, my friend. They can control how much they want to print. They can control how much they will spread into the public, and they are, of course, because these officials are very smart, the rest of the money they will steal. It's the reality. My friends, inflation. The problem with inflation is that it's intentional. You understand? Inflation, deflation, intentional thing is. They think they understand how to control it because a little inflation is good, too much inflation, very bad, but deflation also very bad. So you understand this economists from this world, they think they understand everything, so they're trying to blah blah blah. But my friend, as you can see, if you go in the Balkans now, the eggs are actually worth more than my suit, the cheese, the milk, the cars, everything. Problem. So you see, my friend, back in the days, remember 15 years ago, 10 years ago, bread was how much? €1 in Germany, let's say, for example, in Germany. Now it's 3.2 euros. Problem. Money is the same. Everything is the same. The problem is the price increased. That's the problem. You see, my friends, in European Union, we have drama. Why we have drama? Because on one continent we have a lot of currencies. So, for example, most of the European countries, the developed European countries, they're using euro. But the smart countries, by my opinion, the smart countries, and this is not a financial advice. Sorry, my certificate expired when Yugoslavia broke down. It is what it is. Fuck it. Friend, the smart countries, which are still using their own currencies, for example, Czech Republic, Poland, Switzerland, even though it's not in European Union, doesn't matter, Switzerland, some other countries as well, I cannot remember them now, will actually save themselves from the shit that is going to happen very soon. This is my opinion. Because the euro is actually the problem. The currency euro, the fiat. So my friend, you see, even, listen, in the Balkans, even Croatia, 2023, I think they joined the they adopted the euro currency. And I think start of 2026, I'm sure about start of 2026, Bulgaria will enter the Eurozone. So problem. But maybe it will not be a problem for them because they're not so much developed. But these developed countries, problem, potop. So, my friends, you see, the problem with the fiat currencies is very simple. I made a list, very good list. Bombona. I stated here, listen to this. Rent grows, food grows, bill grows, but your salary grows not that much, even, let's say, just a small smidge here and there. So, my friend, the problem is it's not covering. So, my point is, even though the companies, the big companies, listen, the big companies, they're trying to raise with the inflation. But they're raising the prices to match the inflation. But they're raising the prices, they're raising your salary to match the inflation that is officially stated by your countries and the European Central Bank and blah, blah, blah. My friend, that's not the real inflation. You see my point? The real inflation is something else, something very different, which you can find calculators online and you can calculate the real inflation, as I taught you in the previous video. Understood? Super. Opa. So my friends, you see, that's the problem. Another problem is that we have central bank, ECB, which means European Central Bank. This bank, my friends, control everything. This is the big boss, the big daddy. Who controls everything. The problem with this European Central Bank, is that they never tell you the full story. Even though you have half of a brain developed and you know something is happening because everything around you is quadruple, pentuple, if that's even a word, the price, but you cannot actually meet dead's end in the end of the month. So you see, my friend, the problem is structural. Right? They're not telling you everything. They're trying to hide it. As I said, always remember the problem, the core for the problem is behind the curtains. There is the problem. In the core. The problem is not what they tell you the problem is. That's the reality. Open your mind. Start using this thing. Always check behind the curtain. You will find the problem. If you want to. If not, my friend, who gives a shit? Super. So you see, my friend, that's the problem with the European Central Bank. They're not telling you anything, but they control everything around fiat currencies, aka around our money. My friend, where is this going in the future? Because now we're developing, we're being this, we're being that. Super countries, and now we're gonna adopt the digitalization, and we will be pičku majčinu, and stuff like this. My friends, listen. Watch my previous episode about the identity wallet. I mentioned there digital euro. Digital euro is basically euro, the currency, but it will be, my friend, totally again under the control of who? The European Central Bank and the authorities around them. They're gonna control it, not you. But don't worry, my friend, if you go to a massage salon, they're gonna know about it. And if you're not a good citizen by their design, what is a good citizen? turn off, no money, you don't exist anymore. Under the bridge, near the dumpsters, with the reds, oro. That's the problem. My friend, you see, the problem is that because there is people like me and people in general, the gurus, who want to actually make research about these topics. Why is this happening and how is this happening? We came to some findings, of course, because we cannot know everything because I'm not working in the European Central Bank. Understand? So if it was me, everything would be decentralized and the public involved in creation of some new system, let's say, for example. That's the problem, my friend. But when somebody says, do it for your own safety, you know what happens, right? So I'm now going to explain to you something. Please turn your heads into the televisor or phone. Watch me. I'm going to explain to you something. Wait. Opa. By the way, this is not for for music on the wedding. You know, we're doing this. No, this is not for that. My friend, this will be very interesting. So, here, let me turn it like this. I have fiat currency. This is Czech crowns, Czech Koruna, Czechka Koruna. Very good currency by my opinion. My friends, you see, here is 100, here is 200. This is 100 and this is 200 because the government says it is. So, my friend, wait, I'm gonna do this guru stuff closer to the camera, like this. My friend, listen. Why is this 100 and why is this 200? The paper is the same. I've checked, and everybody can check, that the printing cost and the design for this is identical. But one says, and they have different pictures, of course, in your currencies as well. They have different pictures of some good revolutionaries and some saints, doesn't matter. My friends, it says 100 and 200. And you believe that this is 200 and this is 100 because your government said that this is 200 and this is 100. So this paper can buy you more things than this paper. Open your mind. How in the fuck is it possible for these two papers to cost identically the same, the cost for making these papers the same, but the number is different? And you're working for higher and higher and higher numbers to reach in your job or, I don't know, in real life, so you can call yourself rich. Huh? I tricked your mind now to believe. It's the same shits with the coin, my friends. 10 crowns, 20 crowns, 50 crowns, 1 euro, 2 euros, doesn't matter. One maybe of the coin is bigger than the rest, so it can show that it's 5 euros, 2 euros, doesn't matter. You see my point, my friends? Huh? You see the trick? The printing is the same. Same costs. Different pictures, different color, different numbers. Same piece of fucking paper, my friend. So, this example, as I showed to you, is just an example so I can motivate you. And for you to open your mind, my friend, to open your mind, my friend, so you can see that you're being deceived for centuries. For centuries. But because this is a comedic thingy show, my friend, I'm gonna tell you a simple solution. Of course, not financial advice, certification expired, yebiga. It is what it is. You have to have, first of all, wisdom to think what you're working for and what is valuable and what is not in life. The most valuable thing is in life, of course, is your health. Because if you're not healthy, my friend, problem. Problem. But my friend, if you're healthy and if you're good looking like me, very sexy with this Latino 10 from this slide, my friend, you can have millions of wishes and you will have motivation to actually achieve something in life. By being rich, you achieve nothing. By being wealthy, actual wealth, you achieve everything. By wealth, I mean family. Everybody is healthy, everybody is fed up, everybody is good. Then wealth, you have place to live, you have a car, you have, actual wealth, things that actually are considered today. We say necessities, but back in the days, only the wealthy actually had this. The rest of the villagers, they were living in the mud, on the streets or in some niva. Understood? My friends, always think that this two thingies is just a piece of paper. It is really just a piece of paper with different numbers. Same shit. So my friends, you see why I'm telling you this? I'm telling you this so you can open your mind. Acquire and use this piece of paper to actually build wealth, not save them for I don't know what. Yes, of course, we all work for them. We have to respect it because we cannot change the system by ourselves. Only revolutions are changing things. Persons like me, individuals, no. My friend, listen, if you want to change something, if you're in politics, do it. But I'm trying to change the way that you're thinking, especially for my Eastern Europeans, brothers and sisters, who I love very much, very much, and my Balkan people, because we were treated like shit all of our lives. We were treated like poison, like we don't exist, understand? And we were paid as little as possible. Understand? My friends, with this shit, only have 3 to 6 months of expenses covered in cash, Baba style, or in the bank. Everything else, think with your brain how to build wealth. Use this currency, because this is the only way how you can build wealth, unfortunately. My friend, to build something. So buy physical things. Buy something that is worth. Buy something even speculative like crypto. I don't want to mention. Watch my previous episodes. Buy something that's actually is going to be better for your future generations. Don't just leave the money, which will be devalued to zero. Understand? With this money, with this 100 koruna, 2017, 2016, my friend, I could eat a meal. And maybe in some restaurants I could even drink together with the meal. Do you know what you can do today with this 100 crowns? Fishek. Huh? You just put semki here, you just put seeds and you eat. That's it. Honestly, my friend. Honestly. You cannot use them for anything. You understand? That's how they devalued. That's how inflation is rising. And that's how they're tricking you all the time to work for this piece of shit. Respect it. Yes, respect it. I know. But man, this paper is actually a piece of shit. Understand? The wealth that you're going to build for you, for your family, and for the future generations, it will make your ancestors proud. It will make your parents proud, grandparents proud. God, proud. But you need to be good, not to be criminal. You need to think. That's why I'm trying to wake you up, my friend, to change the mentality. You understand? The mentality needs to be changed. The mindset. Stop living and just treating yourself like shit because the rest of the world treated the Balkans and Eastern Europeans like shit. You're not shit, my friend. You're worth everything. Just you have to find your way. Because I know, my friend, in Selo, Kakan, and in my cities, there were not much opportunities. I know. But that's why God gave you life, so you can find the opportunity. Use this, or this, to build something in life. Understand? My friends, I love you very much. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. I really do. I really love you. I can see people are liking these videos. It makes me so proud, and it makes me even more motivated. I'm gonna dance naked. Huh? My friends, I love you very much. Thank you. Like, share with your brothers and sisters, subscribe, and see you very soon into the next episode, bre. Hey, hi, ciao.